Thank you for joining me. I'm Tom Booker, Senior Instructor. This is our Tigers lesson for week 6. We'll be looking at some new skills today. We'll be building on some of the skills that we have been working with in our last few lessons. So let's start off. Let's bow in together and we'll begin. Sharyut, Kyanai. All right, we're going to start our warm-up with a new one today, the wedging block. Now, this one is different from our wedge guard, even though the names sound a lot alike. We're going to put one foot out in front. Let's go ahead and put your right foot out in front. We're going to start with our hands in at our hips, close up in fists, cross them in front of your face, roll them out away just like that. I've got my hands here in line with my elbows here. I want to be careful I'm not sticking my elbows out into chicken wing position here. Coming up and out. Up and out. That's it. Up and out. Once more. Up and out. Let's try this on the other side. We'll just put our left foot out in front. Again, our hands start in at our hips. Up and roll them out. Up and out. Up and out. Up and out. Good. Now, something else we're going to be working with today is a backhand strike. We've been working together on open hand strikes this way, using the palms of our hands. The backhand uses the back side of your hand. So we're going to start in a wedge guard here and just bring it across and through this way. Just out, across, and through like that. Out, across, and through. Out, across, and through. Out, across, and through, and we're coming right back into our wedge. We'll switch sides. We'll go left side forward. We'll bring our wedge up. And again, just with our front hand, we're coming out, across, and through. Bring it back. Out, across, and through, and bring it back. Out, across, and through. Bring it back. Out, across, and through. Bring it back. Out, across, and through, and bring it back. All right, we're going to switch. We're going to go right side forward again, coming back into our wedge, and we're going to go back to our palm heels. This is something you're nice and familiar with. We've been going back and front, and we're going to add one. Back again, and then right back into our wedge. So it's going to be back, front, back, and wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. Once more. Back, front, back, and wedge. Now let's switch sides. And we're coming back into our wedge. And again, palm heels. Back, front, back, and wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. And once more. Back, front, back, and wedge. All right, we're going to look at one more skill here. And again, this is going to be a new one, the downward slap parry. And bring our right hand out in front of us like this, palm up. My elbow is going to stay right where it is. My hand comes up, over, and down in front of me like this, so it finishes palm down toward the floor. So we're starting here, palm up, and we're going up, over, and down. Again, my elbow stays right where it is. We're really making kind of a half circle with our arm. Get up, over, and down. Once more. Up, over, and down. All right, let's try it left-handed. Just straight out in front of you here. My elbow is going to stay right there. Up, over, and down. And again, up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Once more. Up, over, and down. All right. We'll take a closer look at all of those during today's lesson. Let's do our stretch. Let's put our feet out shoulder width wide, up and over to your right. Switch sides. And relax. Hands on your hips. Let's go gently over backwards. And relax. Stretch up toward the ceiling. Stretch down toward the floor. And relax. All right, again, feet out shoulder width wide, arms out, and let's just twist from side to side. Just twisting our hips and shoulders here. Nice and gently, but we're getting a nice long movement here. I'm not just wiggling in place. Really bring your body around. And relax. Link your fingers together. Turn your thumbs down toward the floor. Press your palms out away. Pull in. Press up. And relax. Can I? All right, let's continue by taking a closer look at that wedging block. We're getting both arms moving together on this, so that can be a little bit tricky. Again, let's put our right foot out in front. Now, what I'm not doing is this, just sticking my arms up in front of me like that. For this to work right, my arms have got to cross over each other here, out in front of my face, and then move out away. Now at the end here, I'm not moving them out real far. I'm not flinging them out to the sides here. There's nothing I need to protect out here. I'm here and then straight out here. Now, something else we want to be careful not to do is that big McDonald's movement. Just like the golden arches, we are not going to McDonald's. All right? Here and here. So no chicken wings, we're not going to Colonel Sanders. And no McDonald's, we're not going for a Big Mac. We're doing a wedging block. All right, a couple more times. Cross and then straight out away. Once more. Cross and then straight out away. Let's switch feet. And we're starting down at our hips. Cross, straight out away. So my arms here are finishing just a little past my shoulders. Cross, straight out away. Cross, straight out away. Once more. Cross, straight out away. Now this can be a good one to practice in front of a mirror. If I'm working with a mirror, I can tell that I've got my arms in the right position, that I'm not sticking out into chicken wings, that I'm not going to McDonald's. The mirror will help me a lot with this, that I'm bringing my arms just a little past my shoulders. So the mirror is going to be a real helpful training tool for this. And I'll bet you've got a mirror at home you can use. Now, let's move on to our next skill. Again, a new one, the backhand strike. We're starting right side forward into our wedge, across and through this way, pulling back in. I'm using the back of my hand to strike with. Across and through, across and through. Now a little more quickly, across and through, and across and through. On the other side, across and through, and then I bring it back to my wedge, across and through, back into my wedge, across and through, back into my wedge. Now a little faster, across and through and back, across and through and back, across and through and back. All right, now for this, you can practice this with a paddle target, or if you don't have a paddle target, we can improvise a little bit. We can use a magazine for this. Let's see. Now, Ms. Doubrley here will demonstrate. I'm going to take the magazine on the ends here. We're not going to try to go real fast at first. Ms. Doubrley is just going to touch this every time I count. 1. She's pushing through it. 2, and she comes right back into her wedge. 3, she's making sure of her distance. 4, making sure she's really using the back of her hand. Now let's go just a little faster. 5, 6, 7, that's good, even faster yet. 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's try this on the other side. And again, we're going to start, just find your target. Make sure you're close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go a little faster and harder. 5, 6, 7, faster and harder yet. 8, 9, 10. Very good. Thank you, Ms. Doubrley. For that one, again, if you don't have a paddle target at home, a magazine is a good substitute. It'll work nicely for you. Now, moving on to something we're familiar with is the Palmheel Strikes from the wedge guard. We're just going to add one today. 2 is good, 3 is going to be even better. So we're going to go right side forward. We're bringing our wedge up, back, front, back, right back into our wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. Once more, back, front, back, and wedge. Switching sides, back, front, back, and I tuck back into my wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. Back, front, back, and wedge. Now for this one, again, we can use a paddle target for this. That'll work nicely. We're just adding a strike here. So I'm going to hold my paddle out like this. And again, we're going to start fairly slowly. 1, 2, and 3. To start off, find your target with all 3 palm heels. Get back into your wedge. Then we're going to go a little faster. 4, 5, 6. All right, we're going to go a little faster yet, and we're going to call out back, front, back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Ms. Doubrley, if you'd shift around to here. That's it, and go ahead and go right side out. I'll keep my position here. And again, we're going to start off just finding the target with your backhand, your front hand, and your backhand. Just find it. 1, Make sure that you're not having to lean over to reach it. If the target is too far away, you can't do your palm heels properly. You've got to be at the proper distance. 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's try it a little faster and harder now. 5, 6, 7. Now again, we're going to call out back, front, back. 8, 9, 10. Very good. Thank you, Ms. Doubrley. We're building on something we've been working on. We've added one more palm heel to this. Now, the last thing we're going to look at today, again, is something new, the downward slap parry. We're starting here, my hand out in front of me, coming down and through this way. So I'm starting palm up, over, and down like that. We're not going to try to go real fast with this today. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Let's take it just a little quicker. Over and down. Swing it over and down. Once more, over and down, just like that. Now let's try it left-handed. Up, over, and down. So it finishes right out in front of me here. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Now just a little more quickly, swing it over and down. Over and down. Over and down. Now, when we first see this, it can be a very strange skill, very strange technique. It's hard to figure out what this is for. Why am I doing this? What is this going to do for me? Okay, Ms. Doubrley, if I could have your assistance again. We're going to use the magazine again. We're just going to roll it up, put it out in front, hold it about midsection high. And the way what we're going to do here is start our hand here, bring it over and down on top, push it down a little bit. Again, here, up, over, down. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. And we're just right now, we're finding this with this. We're not trying to go real fast or real hard. Just find it. This is a little trickier to work with than it looks like. All right, let's try it on the other side. And I'm starting here, up, over, and down. It's not a real big movement of my arm. It doesn't really need to be. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Once more, up, over, and down. Thank you, Ms. Doubrley. That's something we'll be building on over our next few lessons. For right now, as you work with that one, that downward slap parry, just work on getting that up, over, and down motion. Again, we're not trying to go real fast or real hard with it quite yet. We'll get there. So in today's lesson, the skills we worked with, the wedging block here. Again, with this one, we're not trying to go real fast or real hard yet. We're getting used to how this motion works, working in a mirror if we can, making sure that we are not doing chicken wings, not going to Colonel Sanders, not doing Big Macs, we're not going to McDonald's. We're here and just straight out and through. We've been working with the backhand strike, reaching out and using the back of our hand out of the wedge. We've added a palm heel, back, front, and back, tucking right back into our wedge for 3 palm heel strikes now. And again, we've been working with this one, the downward slap parry. So this week, I'd like you to practice with all of those. If you have any questions about them, then please let me know. Get in touch by email or have your parents do that. Let me know what your question is. And we've got some fun and exciting new skills to work with. So hope you enjoy them. I look forward to getting together, working on them more next week. All right, let's go ahead and bow out. Ready? Sharyut Kyenei. Again, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you next lesson.